Now I know what you're thinking. No, I don't. Hi everybody, it's me, Potato Playboy, and I know it's been a little bit since I've been on this channel, but it doesn't matter because I'm here now. I'm gonna say the same bullshit that I always say every time I make a video. I'm gonna try to upload more consistently. I'm gonna try to make more videos for you. And I am gonna try. I promise you that I am going to try. But I don't know, you just be there and life just be behind you with its cock in its hand, teasing your asshole. Just a little bit of a cock tease, to your asshole before it doesn't warn you and just shoves its massive throbbing cock directly into you. Without your consent, probably. That's just what life does. It just kind of fucks you really hard and doesn't ask. Yeah, we're working on that. I just really miss making YouTube videos. I just really miss doing anything with my life. I'm really tired. I just got back home from my second job and I'm a little exhausted, a lot hungover, and I'm having an asthma attack, but I don't know where my inhaler is. So I'm just gonna talk about this story and hope that it goes away. What relevancy does this topic have to fucking anything? Nothing. But I think it's a funny, lighthearted story, and I thought to myself the other day, why not tell it? As a matter of fact, it was the first bout of inspiration I got to actually sit down and say, hey, I can make this YouTube video comfortably without wanting to kill myself, and probably easily as well. Oh, do you hear that? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I can breathe. I'll survive. Yeah, I'll survive. So now that we've said hi to each other, how are you? I've missed you. I miss you so much. I miss your body on me. I miss kissing you and making love to you, and looking into your deep eyes, as the sun sets in the background, touching your breasts, licking your... That was a lot. I'm sorry about that. I got really excited. So without further ado, let's get into this story. I sexted a director once. Now, it's not clickbait. This is true. It wasn't a movie director, or at least I don't think he's made movies, but he's a cartoonist, and he's directed a lot of cartoons. Not a lot, just a few. And I'm not going to name any of them for confidentiality purposes. We'll just say that one of the things he's created is a really good show that I enjoyed thoroughly when I did watch it. And it rhymes with fast pan. I have to fart. This guy also made a music video not too long ago that went kind of viral on the internet. I even remember being on Tumblr when I was 14 or so and this video going absolutely berserk because it took a lot of people by surprise. I think right now it sits at 50 million views or something along the lines of that. But he was a really great artist, and when I got into this cartoon show that I started watching, Fast Pan, I began to follow and admire his work on the social of media. Instagram more than anything, because he actually was on Instagram and posting artwork avidly, especially artwork that regarded to the show that I was watching at the time. Upon following him, he was a really sweet guy. He would reply to everybody's comments as much as he possibly could and paid attention to the people who supported and followed him. And I love when people do shit like that, you know? It makes people even more admirable, especially if you're a fan of them. Now, full disclosure, I was definitely 1000% of age. This was probably 2 years ago, my first year in college or so. And this was before I was like full-blown transsexual, you know? I was just kind of like going with the motions, and I also presented pretty femininely back then, here and there, although predominantly masculine. I didn't used to just present feminine. I used to have my titties out, my ass out. I used to wear short little skirts and do this and that. And, you know, I was just a little bit off the hook. I was just showing a little bit of skin. It was whatever. I was a bit of a slut, but sluts are fun, right? So not only was the guy really nice to his fans and his followers, but he also paid attention to fan art that people made for the show. And I decided to make fan art for the show. After doing this, he wound up following me, and I was really super fucking ecstatic because holy shit, an artist that I really am fucking obsessed with is literally following me right now. On top of that, from a business standpoint, I get really excited when stuff like that happens because, I mean, I do want to get into animation. I do want to make full animated movies when I get older. And I thought, oh, hey, this is the perfect chance for me to shoot my shot at any point, you know? So then he's following me. One day on my Instagram, I decided to post a selfie. If I'm correct, it might have even been Halloween. I was home alone, frustrated because I wasn't doing shit on Halloween, semi-tipsy, and I got dressed up, like, really nice, but once again, really slutty. And I decided to just take a picture of myself because, hey, I thought I looked cute. Now, while I didn't post crazy stuff on my Instagram, especially this was my professional main one, I did have a little bit of cleavage in the image. People could see that, and they, you know, thought that that was sexy. And one of my followers who thought it was sexy was the man, the myth, and the legend himself. At first, he likes the photo. And that's about it. I mean, he had liked a few of my photos beforehand, so it wasn't a big deal. But then he DMs me, and I'm pretty sure maybe one conversation was had before he DM'd me, but I think that it was just in the comments, honestly. So I think he DM'd me the post that I made, and he said something about my breasts being big and beautiful. That's so... And I'm there tipsy watching anime in the living room with my roommate who came out of absolutely fucking nowhere. And we start messaging each other. At first it's kind of normal conversation, but he can't stop telling me about how beautiful I am and how gorgeous my body is. And then I start to entertain it. Because what do you do when a director who probably has a lot of money starts hitting you up and telling you that you're sexy? You entertain him, because who knows how far you could take that shit, nigga? I was thinking, shit, if you like my titties so much, if you're trying to talk to me like this, and you're trying to get something out of me, maybe I could get something out of you too, huh? You a little switcheroony, a little zippity zoppity, bingity bang. So conversation starts to get a little less personal and a lot more sexual. It starts to take a real sexual turn. And he's there, full on sexting me by this point. It's no longer, hey, your body is very beautiful. It's, your body is so sexy. Oh my god, yes. Please let me jizz in your face. I don't know what the fuck the conversation was, and I don't want to look back at it. I might have even deleted it, but I know that by this point, it was just full-on sexting. And I was sitting there obnoxiously rolling my eyes at the phone while this whole thing was happening because, well, what was I supposed to do? Fuck myself? If I'm being quite honest with you, I really don't understand the concept of sexting, or it's just something that I really don't think I could ever fucking do. I just need to be more immersed. I can't just, you know, read something and just beat my fucking cock. I mean, that's what I used to do with fan fiction. Is it like the same? Is it like the same if I'm sexting somebody? Is it like fan fiction? But then how could you even fucking wank off when you're texting with one hand? Like, that shit is not easy. That shit is not fucking easy. That's fucking besides the point. I wasn't very entertained, but again, from a business standpoint, and from a fuck it standpoint, and from I don't know what the fuck is going on standpoint, I just kind of let it slide because who gives a shit at this point? It was pretty anticlimactic, and I thought it was super fucking funny when he started texting me saying that he was gonna come or splooge or whatever the fuck he was saying. I must disclose that he was a foreigner, so it was really fucking funny having this like language barrier, or just seeing him type like in the chat. Like, I don't know if that was a sound effect or what it was, but he was typing me some weird shit. I think it was supposed to be like the moaning sounds. I think that was him trying to immerse me into it. And you know, whatever. I just pretended to be into it while I was sitting there, I don't know, eating chicken wings, watching fucking Boku no Pico. And yeah, it was just pretty fucking hysterical. Like, it was actually one of the funniest things fucking ever. It was an interesting moment, to say the least, you know? At one point, I remember we started talking about where we were living, and he was trying to honestly see if there was any way that we could possibly meet up in any near future. And after the conversation was had, it was just kind of like, oh, well, if it happens, it happens, because again, fucking foreigners. Another thing that was super funny was that, like, and I know that this was like a foreign thing, but just the way that he was like saying shit, I already mentioned that, but it was so fucking lame. It was so actually fucking stupid, and I was like, man, do the bitches in y'all country, like, really be falling for that shit? Oh really? They're really into that? Because that's fucking sad. Talking about how I'm as beautiful as a desert rose? No. At that point, if a man really wanted to get me turned on, which he wouldn't ever know about, he would have to really go in on me. You like when I do that, right, you stupid fucking retard? Take that shit, you fucking crackhead. Take that shit. Oh, fuck! So yeah, there's really not much else to say about that. I don't really think anything like that ever happened ever again. We would reply to each other's stories every now and then. I remember one time I said, "Thank you, my nigga," and he got really fucking alarmed. He texted me, "Ooh, your language." And I thought that shit was mad fucking funny too, man. It was just like fun to fuck with him sometimes. I don't know what it was. Every time there was a conversation between us, I would find myself fucking with him. And I don't necessarily know why, but it was pretty good. The saddest part is that when I switched accounts, because I ended up switching my art account since the other one was a huge fucking flop, he never followed me on my new account despite seeing all of the posts promoting the shit out of it, which is fine. Whatever. By that point, I was full on fucking tranny regardless, so of course he's not gonna be into something that doesn't have tits and a huge ass. But yeah, that's my story on how I sexted a director. Would I do it again? No. Will I watch whatever content he comes out with next? Yeah, absolutely. Even though it was a crazy experience and even though it was a very weird time, I'm not really mad about it because again, it was fully consensual and it was whatever. It was just really whatever. But it's an interesting story nonetheless. I forgot to mention, there's blood all over my face because it doesn't matter what time of the month it is. I'm still hungry and I'm still eating that shit, baby. That's it. I don't think I can uphold my brain cells any fucking longer. Like, I just don't think that I can fucking do this shit anymore. Like, I literally can't fucking do this shit anymore. I just can't fucking do it. Okay, guys, if God allows me, if time allows me, and if money allows me, I will see you next week with a new video. Gotta fucking get